I have no silver, no diamonds or gold, but I am far richer by the visions I hold. 'Cause I've seen the mountains and I've seen the sea. I've seen all that beauty and lived a life that was free. When the cool autumn moonlight shines down through the trees, no place under heaven would I rather be, where the wild birds are flying and the caribou roam. Many places I've rambled, but this is my home. And when I am weary and it's time to rest, please take this old body to the place I love best, somewhere on that mountain. Turn my face to the sea and let the wind in the treetops sing me to sleep. 'Cause I've seen those mountains, I've been to the sea, and all of that beauty is like heaven to me. Where the wild birds are flying and the caribou roam. Many places I've rambled, but this is my home, where the wild birds are flying and the caribou roam. Many places I've rambled, but this is my home.
Good evening and welcome to This Week in Review. Tonight in our stories we have more sand and sea, a sand and sea update, plant activity. Please stay tuned for these stories after this.
Hey Mom, why don't we all go rollerblading tonight?
Not tonight, honey.
Mom, spending time with me now means having a better chance of being close to me when I'm a teenager. And I become a roller coaster of emotions. How are you going to deal with that if we're not close?
Go get your blades.
Give your family everything. Give them your time. From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
The Sand and Sea Festival continued on during the weekend. Even though it started in the arena on Thursday, The next 3 days, it was spent at the park. The screech-in took place on Friday night. Captain Ann screeched in 11 new people who wanted to be honorary newfies.
First in that one there, look.
I used to buy it, it builds the boat.
Okay.
I used to buy the sails there, I used to buy the kitchen edition. Takes them home to lie there.
You can do this, June.
What do you want?
Yeah.
Hip your partner side to bow. Hip your partner side to bow. Well, what? Hip your partner side to bow. Hip your partner Sally Brown. Fogle, Twillingate, Moreton's Harbour, all around the circle.
Sods and runs to cover your plate. Cake and tea for supper. Codfish in the spring. Over the year, fried in Maggie butter. Maggoty butter.
I don't want your maggoty fish. That's no good for winter.
See?
I could buy as good as that.
I took a lizard to dance. I took a lizard to dance.
Took a lizard? Oh man, that's not a lizard right down there. L-I-Z-A-R-D. That's laser, oh man. That's laser.
I think that she could travel, and every step that she could take was up to her knees in gravel.
Okay, Johnny.
I used to build the boat, and I devised that sails her. I devised the fish.
Hip your partner side to woo.
Sally who? Hip your partner Sally T-Ball.
Hip your partner side to bow. Hip your partner side round. Fogo, Twilight Gate, Morton's Harbour. All around the circle.
Sots and winds to cover your plate, cake and tea for supper. Codfish in the spring, oh, the year friend, and maggoty pot.
I don't want your maggoty fish. That's no good for winter. I could buy as good as that down in Bona Vista.
I took Liza to the dance, and if she could travel, every step that she'd take was up her knees in gravel.
Isa buys a builds a boat. Isa buys it sails her. Isa buys it catches a fish and brings it home to Liza.
It goes on! Yeah, it goes on!
There's not gonna.
Oh my God.
I don't know how to do it.
Okay. The herd bread. Now come on over and get this. Look, this is what you eat when you come to Newfoundland. Now come on, got you milk? I'm gonna be watching you. Now you see your water powder done in Newfoundland. I'm sure to eat that. Oh, cooking. We'll get no mustard pickles with your fish here tonight, my son. Okay, everybody got a piece? That was it. What? That boutique got Alfie shorts, ain't it? That's you, it? We just look at them, buddy. Good? You had hair like a winning bird, you know, with on trees. A peacock, there you go. Mr. Peacock. Okay, when you get your breed gone now, I'm going to give you a bit of fish go with that. Y'all up here going 90 miles an hour. You want to try a bit of this? I think it is old man goose meat. Gee, what do you think it is? They go pretty good with your breed. Oh my goodness, put that big plate on, man. Yeah. Be real, man.
No, give that big piece.
Come on, eat it. I gotta eat, baby, eat, you know. Don't be gentle, I've got caught in here getting up. Come on, man, I gotta feed Bristol first. You draw. Better not throw up on sandbags. This is our park, buddy. Like it? Want some more? They're brutal, man. You're such a slow eater. I was glad you don't eat it for week. Never young, right? Well, you know what? You come up here, get something to eat. Well, you have something to eat for. We going to Parashon tonight? I think you're at Parashon. Oh. Now they're talking your mouth for eater.
The fireworks were scheduled to take place on Friday, but the fog came in and it was rescheduled for Saturday.
It's another machine gun going on.
The festival ended on Sunday afternoon. It really seemed to be enjoyed by all.
Hello, Jace.
Before the night
Doris Pink and Sheila Ingram came by the studio to give us an update on the Sand and Sea Festival. In our studios tonight, I have with me Doris Pink and Sheila Ingram for the Sand and Sea Committee. Good evening.
Hi, Maxine.
So we've had another year.
Another year done.
So how did it go?
Well, my gut feeling is that it went really well.
Okay.
I don't know how you measure success, but certainly if you measure success in terms of, people enjoying themselves, I think it was successful.
People did enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
didn't, it wasn't our fault.
No,
We tried.
That's true. And the committee, I don't know, like it is hectic, but I enjoy myself too,
Yeah.
There's sometimes when my feet are aching, I could chuck it all down, but overall it's really, really, really good.
And we had one dirty day.
A little rain never hurt anybody. Got that forgotten. It's been so nice since then, right?
We did have nice weather afterwards.
Yeah.
So anything particular you want to talk about now?
Well, certainly I'd like to express some sincere thank yous. I'd like to thank all of our volunteers, like the volunteers, especially those who help with parking. Like parking when you're at the arena is not bad, but we really needed the help with parking at the park. And those people who volunteered for that and showed up, and thanks guys and girls, it's job well done. And I also like to thank our sponsors. Now this year we had a little different way of acknowledging our sponsors. Like normally when we had the daily draws, we just draw out this from whomever, right? But instead of doing it that way, this year we acknowledge sponsors every hour, and we did that because, some people say would donate one item, and it was worth $75 or $80, and they'd only get their name acknowledged once. We drew this, and it's by someone, and that's it. Whereas if you gave 3 $10 gifts, your name was called every day, right? Mm-hmm. So what we did, I broke it up into value, and I called your name once for every $25 donation, you know what I mean? Okay. So if you gave one gift that's worth $100, your name was still called out 4 times. And if you gave 3 things and it only came to $25, your name was only called out once.
Okay.
So that was there. So I'd like to thank the sponsors. And far and away our biggest sponsor is Pro Hardware. Now everybody else does what they can, but if people was wondering why Pro's name was called out every hour, well, that's why, because they give the big prize, but then there's over $400 worth of small prizes that they give as well, right? Mm-hmm. And I want to thank also the people of the town, the ones who came out to our activities at the park and came out to the street dance and came out to the arena dance. We enjoy seeing people from outside of Burgeo, and it's nice to draw people in, but we can't count on those people. If we didn't have the support right here in the town, the Sand and Sea Festival would be a disaster. Mm-hmm. So thanks to everyone in town.
Okay. Suggestion box. You got our suggestion box this year?
Yes, I do. I got a pretty little suggestion box. Well, it's actually a suggestion ice cream tub. but it's a Sand and Sea suggestion box, and I will put them right there now, and I'll put them out on the counter, and he'll be out there for a little while. But we had a suggestion about the suggestion box, and that was that it'd be nice to have it out during the festival. And I thought that was a really good idea. So next year, there will be a suggestion box up on the table where you do your tickets as well, because sometimes something comes to people. For example, the street dance, I think it went over really well. But people have been suggesting since then that, and we've certainly got it, we certainly will act on some of those suggestions, that we need the two openings, we need the tokens sold away from the entrance, because there was a lot of congestion at the entrance because people had to stop there and buy tokens, and then they couldn't get into the beer tent and stuff like that. Okay. So that was the first time we had a beer tent at the street dance. So we've learned from that, but these are little suggestions. I'm sure we would have gotten that suggestion 100 times if we'd had the box up to the park the next day, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So next year we will have a suggestion box at the park, and we'll still have it here afterwards. And we welcome all suggestions and criticisms and feedback, positive, negative, and if we can, we'll certainly try to deal with it, will we not?
So we'll act on them as much as we can.
Certainly.
Okay. So compared to last year, how was the income in that?
But I'm going to pass the financial part over to Sheila. Sheila keeps all the records of the money, and she's super organized, whereas I'm going around with little slips of paper everywhere. Sheila got hers all written down, so she can tell you exactly how much we took in on our poker walks and our 50-50 draws and our games and all that stuff. But anyway, I'm going to pass that over to Sheila.
Yeah, we took in $25,000 this year, just a little better, $4.67 actually. And compared to last year, we're down about $2,500.
Okay.
So out of that, we've got we had bills to pay, and at the end of the day, we'll have about $12,500 left in the kitty. So at a meeting of the Sand Committee on Monday evening, once we got everything cleaned up, and we sat and talked, and we will give each club, the Lions Lioness, $5,000 each.
Okay.
To, well, you know what the Lions Lioness do with their money is divvied out into the town over the years. So
yes.
Yeah. So we are down a bit, but we were pleased, like, you know, with everything. But we got a lot of. We did make money on our games per se, but we do have a nice few toys left over.
Okay.
So we got some for next year. Our T-shirts didn't sell well, so we got a lot of those left. And the bags we had, we got a nice few of them. So those things we won't have to buy next year.
Okay.
And the keychains, we had a lot of them come in because you can buy $150 and you'll get $200, right?
Yeah.
So you know, you take the deal where you can get it. So stuff like that we won't have to buy next year. So we're going to start off a little better.
Okay.
You know, and we had to buy flags this year, and that was another one-time thing. And we had to buy, I think it was 7 or 8 bundles of snow fencing for that beer tent out there. That's another one-time thing. So all those expenses adds up.
And you had a new banner this year too?
Yeah,
We had
but that
to buy
was
a new
donated.
banner, yeah.
Oh, that was
That was
donated.
donated, yeah.
Flags. Oh, the new
The new
banner.
banner, the
Oh,
new
that was
banner.
donated by Mosen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mosen donated
Okay.
that. Yeah.
So do you think there was any reason this year for it being not quite so hot as last year?
I think there were actually, you know, I think it was really good weather. Like, seriously, like, when you went to the beach, when you went to the park then, there were so many people that could just play on the beach and stuff like that. So they didn't have to be around up, you know, there were so many things. The water was there, it was so warm and that. So, you know, maybe that was it. But like, again, there were still nice crowds there, like, you know, up at the park and stuff. And, you know, okay, so there's $5,000 goes to the Lions and Lioness, but part of our expenses, for example, one of those big payments there was $2,000 that we paid to the arena. So, you know, even though, like, okay, so we're having the Sand and Sea Festival, it's a real big fundraiser for the arena as well. We pay $500 for the use of the building for the weekend, and we pay $1,500 to use the washrooms for the overflow camping, right? So they get, like, you know, with minimum output from their group, you know, and I'm part of that group as well. So, you know, like, but we don't, like, what I'm saying, the Rec Commission doesn't have to do anything really, but they will get their $2,000, so which is part of our expenses, right? So, like, we might be down on our you know, on our bottom line, say our figure, but I think a lot of groups in town did very, very well because of it.
Because, like, well, the only one out of town that we had as a band was the Rockin' Ronnie.
Yeah.
Like, you had Route 480, you had A&A, because A&A don't only play for the evening, they're carting equipment back and forth. Theirs is the equipment that we use. So, like, everybody makes a little bit of money. Like, the ACW had their potluck, they made money. The Lioness had their hot beef dinner, they made money. The Lions Club had a bingo, they made money.
And the fish supper.
The fire department done good.
Yes.
So, like, everybody's, it's not only us, like, this is our bottom line. Everybody.
And Stevie, I know I was talking to Irene, and she had a really good week too at
the
the
cancer
club,
relay,
right?
Teresa,
Cancer
they done,
relay,
I don't know what they done, but
and
they-
even the
they-
stores around town do better during festival weekend. So, you know, like, it's a lot of hard work, like, you know, in the planning stage and stuff like that. But bottom line, I think it's a good thing for the town. There's an enthusiasm here that, and the fireworks were lovely.
Yes, they were beautiful.
Were they not?
Yes, they were. They were beautiful.
Yes,
I had a really good view.
I think you had a really good view all over town this year. Like, you know, it was. They didn't go off on Friday night like they were supposed to, but When
In
they
the
went
end,
out,
it was a lot
they
better.
were beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, and we do thank the town council for that.
And that we do, and the fire department for
setting
them off for us. That's
Yeah.
right, absolutely. I should have mentioned that up front. The fire department volunteers who went up there on Saturday night to set those off, we really appreciate that.
Oh,
So.
okay. Yeah, we were surprised how long they were, because they were 18 minutes.
Yeah, well, as I said, down our way, it was counting 20 minutes worth of fireworks. Blessed God, they're in the States, they had 15 seconds. Turn, push the wrong button, and they all went at the same time, so.
But they were beautiful.
Yeah.
They were. Anything else that you'd like to say?
No, I'd just like to take this time to publicly thank all of my committee members. Like, we have a committee of 12, and you know, obviously sometimes throughout the year you're bitching and complaining about this one or that one or something else. But bottom line, we all do what we can. You know, we don't all do the same because we can't all do the same.
No.
Like, some people are good at one thing, some people are good at other things, and we all have so much time and so much energy. And we pull together and we make this thing work, and we don't kill each other doing it. So that's a pretty good thing, I think. Okay, and we really want to thank your business, BBS, well, you know, like, for allowing us to do those interviews throughout the year, and like the BBS guys, you know, in their big bucket, go up and put up flags and stuff like that, and I drove to get in there on the road with a big bucket and putting up flags. So all those little things that people do.
And the year's free cable.
Oh yeah, their sponsorship, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
We thank everybody for everything they've done. Like, you know, and we start naming people, of course we'll miss somebody, so we won't. But like, it just seems like the town just pulls together, and it's good for all of us.
Yes.
And we're glad to be part of it.
Well, so glad. I was pleased that you did have another successful year, and let's hope for good weather again for next year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
There has been some extra activity going on at the fish plant the last couple of weeks. Trawlers have been docked by the plant wharf and can be seen coming and leaving the wharf. It has been rumored around that the salmon is being processed there, that has been shipped up from down the coast. The cameras were not allowed on the premises, and requests for interviews were declined. This concludes our program for tonight. Thank you for watching. Good night.